There's a few people thinking that Judd's on the verge of pushing things to another level and that John can't hold him. I haven't got a clue. Really don't know.
Which is why a start like this is so important for the youngster to get off the mark and running here.
Absolutely. This first session is very, very important. In any final it is. The World Final, for him the first time, it's massive to get a good start.
We've got a pulse question for you. Who will be the world champion? Vote on bbc.co.uk/ and click on pulse.
It was interesting in between the frame. The referee was resetting the balls, Dennis. John Higgins was very, very quiet in his chair, and Judd was looking around, smiling and laughing at everybody. He's having the time of his life out there.
Yeah, I think he probably was looking up at his family, wasn't he? And he knows where they're sitting. And he was smiling up at them, and they're smiling back at Steve, Georgina, and Jack, his brother.
Foul. And a miss. John Higgins 1, Judd 4.
Miscalled, but knowing Judd, he may elect to take this pot on rather than put John back in. Nice little angle on the middle pocket to leave him perfectly on the blue.
Another chance to see the excellent cue action.
6.
Judd Trump here. I don't think he'll play for the black, although he's sizing it up. I thought he was going to pot this red and screw back for the blue. Depends what angle he's got.
Seven.
That was a brilliant shot. Makes this black so much easier, the fact that it's closer to the black.
$14.
Into the second frame. It looks nice and relaxed now, Dennis.
19. Sorry, 20. 21.
Well, we asked you a pulse question. Who will be the world champion this year? Let's have a look. Oh, 71% think that Judd Trump's going to win. 29% John Higgins. Now that is surprising. They obviously have taken to this young man, and a lot of people voting, hoping that he wins. They may be right.
A couple of loose reds, but I think we'll probably go into the pack here. He's got a perfect angle in the black. We always knew he had the red over the yellow pocket. There's a bit of insurance.
28.
You could see the arc in that cue ball there.
29. Thank you.
Well, John can't do much about this. He's going to have to just play a bit better safety. He was unlucky here. He potted the red, cannoned the black, and to leave himself snookered virtually on everything was a bit unlucky there.
Yeah, we've all been concentrating on Judd and whether he makes a good start. And John's got to make a good start as well, Dennis.
Well, yeah, he may be 3 times a world champion, but that won't stand for anything here as far as this young man's concerned.
It's amazing you got a match with 35 frames long.
35.
Until you've got that first frame on the board, you don't really feel that you're in the match. It was a little bit edgy.
$36.
Couple of reds he can play on here, but you know what Judd's like. He loves to get into them if he can get a chance, and he will be able to do that this time, although a little
41.
bit further would have been better. But he's got an angle to pot this red and go into the bunch, but he doesn't want to lose the cue ball here, and that was the problem
42.
with that shot. The white seemed to just stick there. He had lots of topspin, but this time it didn't carry on through. Well, the white jumped, that's why it didn't carry on through. The white jumped in the air, you could clearly see there. Any colour that he nominates here, if he doesn't hit it, it would be called a miss. You'd think he'd play the yellow.
Yellow ball.
And he's nominated the yellow. And that's not far away.
Judd Trump, 42.
Bit of a bonus to get it half ball and leave it near the cushion. It was a tough one just to hit, never mind get safe.
That was a really helpful kiss in the green for John. This is tough to get safe. Might just have to bring the red up and down the table and leave the white near the black, or he could always pop himself out of trouble, I suppose. No, played the containing safety. Safe in the knowledge that no reds went in the left centre.
This is a pretty good cue ball here. This second frame panning out much the same as the opening frame. Judd getting a lead, John looking for a chance to get back into the frame. And that's a mistake. And the red has gone next to the black to hamper it slightly. Well, this is an interesting choice. Can he cut this one in? I think, yeah, it clips into the middle.
One.
Didn't quite hit that hard enough. That was a great chance to take the second frame had he have dropped on the green there.
Judd Trump 1.
He needed just to send it a little bit further, that to make him hampered on this red, this near the right corner. I think John can cue at the side of the yellow. Judd was just trying to leave him in what we call as a Chinese snooker, where you're bridging right over the ball. But I think he can cue to the side of this. Oh, he's slightly hampered. He's on that green this time. Oh, he's got quite a margin for error to put the cue ball. Anywhere over near the circle. He's got a choice of 3 or 4 reds. Well, the nudge on the pink has helped. Without that, it could have been a little bit awkward. It'll have to be the brown to get back for the 3 reds. It's got a perfect angle on that. I think the reds go into both corner pockets. So a wide target here.
Nine.
He doesn't look phased at all, does he, Stephen? He looks very comfortable out there, and as you say, he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, and he managed to win the first frame, which obviously calmed him down straight away. But watching Judd play, and he hits the ball very hard, you watch how still his head is. Incredible.
Just have to measure it, Judd.
The frame well and truly over now. Jan Verhaest just checks the black spot. So
17.
Pink's the highest available. So John
18.
Higgins hasn't had a shot in the balls yet. He had one pot where he cannoned the black and snookered himself, which was a bit unlucky.
$25. $26.
Be interesting to see if he does try a few exhibition shots here now that the frame is safe. He loves to do that. He's a born entertainer. There you go. He was born to pot snooker balls, this man. This red can go anywhere. A delicate one, and it's pretty close, but it's not just hard enough. So no really big breaks. Judd Trump had a 46 in the opening frame, a 42 in that frame, and I'm not surprised John Higgins is leaving the arena. This young player has taken the 2 opening frames.
Yes, Higgins gone out for a little think, one would suspect, because, Steve, when you think about what John joked last night, he said he wasn't sure where he could leave the white ball on the table because nowhere is safe. But the serious point here is that he's up against a man, and he too is going into the unknown, isn't he?
Yes, I mean, if you made the analogy with boxing, you imagine 2 boxers that had never fought each other, but one was a new up-and-coming boxer that everybody was talking about. Everybody said punched harder than anybody had ever believed possible. And all of a sudden, the other guy is sitting there waiting. I wonder what I'm going to get. I wonder what it's like. So all the talk has been about Judd Trump's got to get his safety up to scratch to cope with the great John Higgins. But there are problems for John as well.